We continue now at the top of Daf Mem Zayin Amar Aleph and Nazir. This is Nazir Daf 47a. The Mishnah says, Misha Nizrak Olav Echad Min Hadamim. Let's say you have a Nazir, and the blood of one of the karbanos is sprinkled, V'nitma, and then he becomes Tameh. Rabbi Eliezer Omer Soser Sakol. Rabbi Eliezer says it undoes his entire count. He has to count the Nazirus again. The Gemara will address it, what exactly Rabbi Eliezer is saying. The Chachamim Omer, and the Chachamim say, Yavi Shar Karbonosov, he should bring the remaining karbonos, V'yitar, and he can be purified. Amru lo, they said to him, they said to Rabbi Eliezer, Ma'isa b'Miriam HaTarmudis, there was a story with Miriam HaTarmudis, Shenizrak Alea Echad Min Adamim, that the blood of one of the karbonos was sprinkled on her behalf. Uvo v'Amru lo, and they came and they said to her, Albita, regarding her daughter, Shaisa Misukenes, that her daughter was in danger of dying. V'holcho mitzah shemesa, she went and she found that she had actually died, and so Miriam HaTarmudis became Tameh. V'Amru Chachamim, and the Chachamim said, Tavi Shar Karbonoseh, she can just bring her remaining karbonos, v'titar, and she can be purified. And the Rosh explains within the Chachamim, Omer Miyavi Shar Karbonos V'yitar. It says the Chachamim say that he should bring the rest of his karbonos and be purified. Peirush Lichash Yitar. What the Mishnah actually means is first become purified, and then when he's pure, he brings the remaining karbonos. V'chein Mefarish B'Yerushalmi. That's how the Yerushalmi understands the Mishnah. B'hai Masnis and Yitar V'yacharkach Yarvi Karbonos. He purifies himself, and then he brings the remaining karbonos. V'yoso Hazevach Shehevi V'Tahara. And the point of the Chachamim is that carbon which was brought in purity, lo yachzor v'yiviyenu, there's no need to bring that carbon again. And the Gemara says, Katani, it says in the Mishnah, Rabbi Eliezer Omer Soser Sakol. Rabbi Eliezer says, again, if the blood of one of the karbonos is sprinkled and then the Nazir becomes Tameh, so it undoes the entire count. And the Gemara asks, V'amar Rabbi Eliezer, but didn't Rabbi Eliezer say, Kol achar malos shiva soser, that if you have a situation where the Nazir finished the term and at the end of the term became Tameh, so the halacha is it only undoes 7, meaning he just has to wait 7 more days to purify himself. It doesn't undo the count at all. Just needs to become pure and then bring the karbonos. And the Gemara says, Amar Rav says, Mai soser nami dekam Rabbi Eliezer. What does the word soser in the Mishnah mean? When Rabbi Eliezer says soser, it actually just means soser karbonosov. It undoes the karbonos. In other words, the only difference between Rabbi Eliezer and the Chachamim is Rabbi Eliezer says he should purify himself and bring all the karbonos, including the carbon that he already brought before he became Tameh. And the Chachamim say, no, the Nazir only needs to purify himself and bring the remaining karbonos. And the Gemara says, Hachinami mistabra. It makes sense to understand the Mishnah this way. The Katani, because it says, V'chacham omrim tavi shar karbonoseh v'titar. It says that the Chachamim say that she brings the rest of her karbonos when she's pure. Shma amino, you see from the language of the Chachamim, they're only arguing over the karbonos. Do you have to bring all of the karbonos or just the remaining karbonos? And the Mishnah also continued and said, Umayis anami b'Miriam hatarmudis shenizrak aleh echad min adamim. Again, the story with Miriam hatarmudis, that the blood of one of the karbonos was sprinkled. Uvo v'hodiyu albita shaisa mesukenes v'olcha mitzah shemesa. And then after that carbon was brought, she finds out about her daughter. She goes and checks on her daughter. It turns out her daughter has died. She becomes Tameh. V'yamru Chacham, and the Chacham said again, Tavi shar karbonoseh v'titar. She just brings the remaining karbonos. Rabbi Eliezer says she has to bring all of the karbonos. Shma amino, you see from this again that they're just arguing in terms of which karbonos need to be brought. Hadran aloch shlosha minin. We will return to you parak shlosha minin. This is the conclusion of the 6th parak of Meseches Nazir. If you're enjoying these videos and this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And please take a look at the description box below to see how you can support this channel. And we will now begin the 7th parak of Meseches Nazir. And the Mishnah says, Kohen Gadol v'Nazir ein mitamin l'kroveihen. A Kohen Gadol and a Nazir, they are not allowed to become Tameh for their relatives, but they are allowed to become Tameh for a meis mitzvah. That's a dead body that has no one to care for it. Let's say they are both walking on the road together, meis mitzvah, and together they find the meis mitzvah. So which one of them should tend to the meis? Rabbi Eliezer Omer Yitzma Kohen Gadol v'al Yitzma Nazir. Rabbi Eliezer says the Kohen Gadol should become Tameh and not the Nazir. V'chachamim Omer Yitzma Nazir v'al Yitzma Kohen Gadol. And the Chachamim say the Nazir should become Tameh and not the Kohen Gadol. Amar lahem Rabbi Eliezer said to the Chachamim, Yitzma Kohen, she'eno mevi karban al tumasa. The Kohen is the one who should become Tameh, because he doesn't have to bring a karban for becoming Tameh. V'al Yitzma Nazir, but the Nazir should not be the one to be Tameh. Shu mevi karban al tumasa, because if he becomes Tameh, that requires a karban. Amrulo, they said to him, Yitzma Nazir. No, the Nazir should be Tameh, she'en kedusha, so kedushas olam, because his kedusha is not forever. V'al Yitzma Kohen, but the Kohen should not become Tameh, she'kedusha, so kedushas olam, because his kedusha is forever. And we will note over here that according to the Shita of the Chachamim that the Nazir should become Tameh, according to the Girsa that we have in our Mishnah, it's Yitma Nazir ve'al Yitma Kohen Hedyot. Some Svarim have Kohen Gadol, but the Girsa that we have is Kohen Hedyot, and that means that a Nazir should be Tameh even before a Kohen Hedyot. It's better that the Nazir become Tameh rather than a regular Kohen. And Tosa says that as well. Lamando Amar de Yitma Nazir ve'al Yitma Kohen ve'afilo Kohen Hedyot. According to the one who says that the Nazir should be Tameh and not the Kohen, it refers even to a Kohen Hedyot. And the Gemara says, B'shlama Kohen Gadol v'Nazir. I understand if you have a Kohen Gadol and a Nazir. So we understand there's a machlokas in the Mishnah. Hai Savar Kohen Gadol Adif. This one holds that a Kohen Gadol is more important. V'Hai Savar Nazir Adif. And the other one holds the Nazir is more important. And in the following case, let's say you have a Mashuach b'Shem HaMishcha. Let's say you have a Kohen Gadol who was anointed with the oil. That's a Kohen Gadol during the times of the first Beis HaMikdash. And we will continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Mem Zayin Amud Beis.